Hi, class. We are entering week 3 of social psychology. I hope you're soaking up all the learning and reading material both on Knowledge Path and from the added supplemental materials. We will be looking at conformity, um, compliance. We'll be looking at group dynamics, aspects of the adjustment process to a group, norms in a group, what makes it feel safe, and what creates cohesiveness in the group process and dynamics. We'll be exploring kind of helping behavior, pro-social behavior, what we pick up in our dynamics with others and maybe we do not, and how we are influenced both within our awareness and maybe perhaps subconsciously. We'll also be exploring concepts of gender and sex and understanding the difference, and also exploring sexism and how that's influenced in our day-to-day lives. And you'll be taking a actual measure on sexism for your paper assignment this week, your written assignment. And we will be delving into conformity in more depth with your discussion post. And as usual, you're expected to complete the Knowledge Path learning material by Thursday at midnight. So we're actually looking at some very meaty, well-researched concepts within social psychology that are fascinating. Bystander effect, for example, other theories out there about how we are influenced by a larger group, whether we think we're being observed or not being observed, and how that can influence behavior. Some of you started to talk about some of this in your papers from last week if you chose some of the theoretical concepts from this coming week. But very interesting how subtle these influences can seem, but yet powerful they may be. And this is some, again, the nuts and bolts of social psychology and social cues and social behavior and better understanding it. There's a lot of really fascinating research on these topics, so I hope you pull from some of that in your material. I've been really impressed how many of you have done that stronger this past week with that paper. Many let the research kind of inform the structure of the key points of their paper, the recommendations, and I thought it was really well done from many of you. Please keep the interesting and dynamic comments coming on your discussion posts as well. Even though we've talked about some potentially very heated topics already, you've been very compassionate and respectful of differing opinions, and so I greatly appreciate that and respect that too. Don't hesitate to keep the questions coming via email, and again, if anyone would like additional assistance of some kind over phone or Zoom, we can coordinate that. If some of you are falling behind, I will kind of send a faculty alert and reminder to some of your advisors so that you can get additional support if you are struggling a bit in this course. But most of you are doing really well, and don't hesitate to reach out for any support that you may need. And try to give me input or heads up if you think you might be late and why. We definitely want to work with you within the confines of the limits that we have with things being late with such a fast-paced course. But keep the reading and the hard work up, and I will speak to you again next week via video. Thank you. Bye-bye.